Hey guys, Absolute 5 here. So today, I don't have anything to talk to you guys about today, honestly. I have nothing to talk about. But that's the funny thing. Nothing is still something. Back in the ancient times, people didn't understand the concept of nothing. People they didn't actually consider it an object to even, an element to even be used or even to be recognized, because I remember reading this in the textbook, the Pharaoh, where he would state that if you had numbers that weren't perfect, you'd end up dying for it. And zero, it wasn't that zero wasn't perfect, they just didn't have a good notation for it, because some of them, well, not just the Egyptians specifically, it could have been back in the days, I forget the civilization, but you'd use a dot to represent one, use two dots to represent two, and so forth and so on. But they never had a representation of what nothing was. Nothing is something that is actually very powerful to this day, because we still don't understand what zero in the denominator is. We don't understand what 0 over 0 means, or we don't even understand what, I believe it's 0 times infinity. There's other ones too, I can't think of the top of my head, but those are some cases to think about, that when you have nothing, in the end you still technically have something, which is rather fascinating to think about. Even in the set in mathematics, if you guys done set theory, or when you do set theory, you notice that you have a bunch of elements in the set depending on what set you use, whether it be the integers, rationals, or real numbers. The empty set is like a circle with a slash in the middle, that's what the representation of this empty set is. But in the end, the empty set itself is still considered an element, which is, again, but the thing is, you're probably wondering, how does that relate to real life? Well, think about this. A lot of people have tons of desires for so many things, but yet they're ungrateful for it. Being grateful is accepting that you should be grateful for what you have, because sometimes when you have nothing, you end up with nothing, but technically in the end that still is something. So in reality, you still have something, which is you. That's the beautiful thing about zero, or nothing in this case, because in the end you still have something. Because even though you could be homeless, you could be all these other things, but in the end you still have yourself, and that's all that really matters in the end. You just have to figure out what you have to do. Granted, yes, people who are actually in that situation, that's a completely different scenario altogether. So what I'm just saying is that you should be grateful for what you have, rather than, you shouldn't be grateful at all. Instead of constantly wanting, you should just be grateful for what you have in the end. Otherwise, my heart goes out to the people who are actually homeless in all these other situations. Of course, I can't do anything about it, because I am getting close to that situation, or if not getting close to that situation, I don't want to end up being in that situation. So I have to do what I have to do to survive. But at any event, that doesn't matter. What matters is nothing is still something. Just remember that thought. Nothing is still something. So that's the topic for you guys today. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment down below if you have a question, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another lesson. And this has been Absolute 5. I'm Roger Palomino, and math is infinite, because there are infinitely many possibilities, and even if there isn't any possibilities either, it still counts. All right, take care.